Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a Scourge of Crimson, Session 17. Ooh, we're getting up there, but when we last left off, the Insulatum had retreated from camps after rousing some unwanted attention after a run-in with a succubus and some more demons that she had brought with her to protect her, or to at least attempt to, when she managed to befuddle Acer's mind. Her protection proved insufficient, considering the crit-hitting barbarian. And, yeah, she didn't last very long, but unfortunately the party was seen by a Mesoloth, the Hugaloth that works for Praxis. Knowing now that they had gotten some unwanted eyes on the image. And that is where we are. You guys are at camp. What would you like to do? This is the morning. You guys have slept.
Alright.
Well, I have a suggestion.
Oh?
You're really quiet.
You do sound pretty far away, Leo. Next out.
Alrighty. What is your suggestion?
Okay, so this is for Kiln right now, because Kiln needs to go back to Kiln.
I can't
Leo,
hear her. I can't hear her.
We can't hear you. You keep cutting in and out, and you're quiet.
Hold on, can you hear me?
A little better.
Much
It's
better.
better.
It's better.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
It's
Okay, how about now?
Yeah.
alright.
Okay, so Kiln, I need you to transform back into Jim Bob. And Jim Bob. And I need you to go back to the spa we were in. When you go in there, ask the front desk person who works there, ask them, hey, have you guys seen a centaur? Now, if they answer, oh, we haven't seen a centaur, that's kind of suspicious. But if they said, oh, yes, there was one, but, she was gone about next day, then, I'm trying to figure out the flow at the spa right now.
If he is going to that district, I'm gonna go with him.
Smart. Never go alone.
Can I cast that on myself and someone?
No,
Myself.
here. Here. And I snap my fingers and I use Disguise Self on myself.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Yeah. Right. So, Max, what is your disguise looking for? Acer, I should say.
So, to him, he looks like kind of like an average, as a human as well, different from Jim Bob.
Bob Jim?
Bob Jim.
Yes.
To be
Bob Jim.
more, to be not as conspicuous, he probably would change the name to something more different.
Robert James.
My name's Jeff.
Herman, yeah.
Herman. Okay.
Herman.
It is. Herman and
Is-
Jim Bob.
Yep.
What a duo.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys leave camp and venture back towards campus. Make me a perception check to make sure that you are not being followed.
Both of us, or one at advantage?
Either way.
Alright.
You can either use your passive, or you guys can roll active at advantage.
Alrighty, 17 plus 6, I think it is. Hold on, let me check. 17 plus 6. Oh,
Ooh.
Perception. That's a 20.
Okay.
was
That is-
18, 19, 20, 21, 20, 23.
You are very certain that you are not.
Good.
No eyes are on you. You are just your average people venturing into the woods. Speaking of which, there's going to be for more fitting music and tone.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I could have shrunk down one of you and put you in my pocket.
so
That would've been fun.
enlarge reduce only goes one size category down. So they go
Ah.
from the size of an adult to the size of a toddler.
Well,
They'd still look pretty
I
conspicuous.
could have brought Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie's an exception.
Yeah.
Charlie's special. He can't fight.
Alright, so you guys head to the red light district. And this early in the morning, it's actually pretty empty. There are people, of course, here and there doing the daily businesses, or the daily work of each of these businesses. And you guys head back towards the...
Are we being followed in town now? Like, do we notice anybody?
With the same perception checks, because they were really high, I'll let you keep them. You are not being followed.
Okay.
All right.
Matter of fact, as you guys come into town, you come across a crowd of just travelers. People are flowing in and out of the city all the time, and you just kind of make yourselves part of that group. It's kind of mesh with the crowd.
Watch your pockets.
Yep. And so you guys make for the blissful embrace. And you enter the bathhouse, and there is nobody there.
Nobody at the front desk,
Not a soul.
but it's open.
Uh-huh.
I instantly turn around and look at Acer. Okay, this is strange. It's open, but there is not a soul in sight. Especially after we just, got rid of the previous owner.
Interesting, indeed. Let's see if anyone actually is inside. As I do that, I start, not coughing, but, trying to clear my throat and trying to make my voice sound different. And I go, hello? Anyone in here?
Hang on a second. We are going to go to another new map.
Another new
shit.
map.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Oh, what the heck?
So obviously, it is only Acer and Kiln. So I'm going to put these three to the side for now.
Oh dear.
I did not mean for combat music. Let me
Okay,
go
cool.
ahead and change that.
Why do I hear boss music?
Yeah, for real. Is it because I just walked in the room, or
no, because I shouted, hey, is anyone home?
So, settlements, cams, boop, and import. There we go.
Okay.
So you guys are in the blissful embrace, and as you look at the baths in different places, so the front desk would be about here, and even though there's no
Right.
object there, and yeah, there is not a soul here. So the rooms that you guys were taking care of specifically or the one that you were in was here. There is another of those type of rooms here.
Well, judging from this establishment and how shady it was, it's probably safe to assume there's some sort of secret room or something.
Yeah.
Documents.
So I'm pretty sure you're better than me at finding those things.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. Are the lights on currently?
Mm-hmm. And there is sun streaming through the windows as well.
Dang. Okay.
It looks like the evening lights are still on as well.
Let me take a snoop around and see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll also investigate around.
Yep. So Acer, perception, Kiln, investigation.
You guys are screwed.
Nat 20.
Oh!
Oh, heck yeah.
Let's see. That will
Okay,
be
that's
a 20. 3.
Oh, you guys are rolling high today.
So go ahead and
It's better than last session.
yeah.
Let's
So
hope you keep it
roll
up.
your minis as you will, and when you would see something, I will let you know.
All right. So
You said this was like the front desk area right here?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
this will be the front desk. I slowly just start looking over. I creep this door open to see if anyone's in here. Just a check.
You look inside, and there's no one there.
I'm gonna...
I start checking
go on.
out the tools over here.
Mm-hmm. And kill.
I'm gonna look and kind of rummage through the front desk.
Okay. So with your investigation check, you rummage through the front desk and you find a ledger. And while you flip through the ledger, you find that at the back of this book is a small hidden compartment. You find it by running your finger along the back cover of the book, and you find a small bulge. There is a key inside the skin of this book's cover.
Ooh.
And
Okay.
just above it, there is a small slit where it could be placed inside the skin or removed, like a pocket.
Oh, okay.
All right. And Acer, you hear with your perception a draft coming from the north wall of this room.
Which way's north?
North.
Okay.
South.
Will it always just be... Okay.
North will generally be from my perspective.
Okay.
So look where my name
So-
is at the table. North will be
Yeah.
opposite.
I start checking the north wall to see if I can spot something.
Mhm. So now you roll investigation.
Oh boy,
Since
my
you are now searching for detail.
oh, that was a single brain cell in my head.
Oh,
Oh
no!
Wow. Wow, Acer, you rolled 20 and 1 around the same time.
Dude, you're on the spectrum, man.
Breaking in.
He is.
Right.
That's awesome.
I had to curse my dice somehow.
Yep. You feel the draft coming from the wall, but you can't figure out where exactly it's coming from. It is very faint, but you have found something up with this wall.
Very odd. Very odd.
After finding the book, I'm gonna make my way over to Acer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just about to start hanging out in the.
Yep. You guys almost bump into each other as you come around the corner.
Oh,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
oh.
So, I don't know what you found, but I went through the front desk and found this ledger. And if you
Oh.
care to look at the back of it, seems to be a hidden compartment of sorts.
Interesting. For me, I'm feeling some sort of draft in this room, somewhere up in like the back wall over here, but I can't figure out where.
There shouldn't
Exactly.
be a draft in a closed establishment like this, so...
I know. That's why.
You should show me where you...
So roughly around here or so, just like.
So, Kiln, with your investigation previously rolled. Actually, you know what? No. Roll me a new one. Roll me a new one.
Oh,
Oh.
crossing fingers.
Big money, big money, big money, big money.
Oh,
That'll be an 18.
18.
Okay.
all right.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
Yeah.
So
Alright,
with
so
that-
you place your hands on the bricks where Acer pointed, and you find one that is just barely out of place from the rest of the mortared brick. The mortar is put on there, but almost shoddily, like it was intentionally not mortared correctly.
There's no lever or anything. It's kind of just like almost like looking like a fake wall.
It's just this one brick in the wall.
Oh. Push the brick.
You push it,
Pull it.
okay, so you grab it and you pull it, and it slides right out. And behind it is another wall with a brass keyhole. at the back.
Oh,
So we need 2 keys.
Or, hear me out, what if the key you have in your ledger fits in here?
Wait, there was a key in it? I thought we needed a key.
No. It had a key in it. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
sorry, I misheard that.
No problem.
Okay, yeah, well, I think you're onto something there. And then I open up the ledger and, maneuver my hand in there and take the key out. And I try slipping it into the door.
All right, and it.
With a mage hand. I'm not touching that door.
And it fits.
It unlocks?
But down here.
Oh.
All right. Let me do a stealth check real quick.
Oh,
I think I can help.
Yep, and this door, this wall here, actually fully retracts into the other wall.
So,
And
that is
reveals this
22,
passage.
I think. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, 22.
22. All right.
All right.
A staircase leads below.
Ah.
Guys,
Very.
be careful.
Just. All right. Let's see where this leads.
Okay, so you descend the staircase, and you find a lavish living space. It is gorgeous, but also very, shall we say, risque. The walls are lined with whips, other sorts of.
Oh, jeez, it's a sex dungeon.
Kind of. Because it is also definitely like a sleeping quarters. But, yeah, the bed is also, like, preloaded, or pre-built with shackles.
Okay, so initially I wanted to join you guys, but now I think it would have been a bad idea. Like joining, because I would have been
happy I
stuck
didn't
in that
go.
room for a good amount of time.
And who?
It's amazing.
Good question.
What the imagination can get up to sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But also, Acer, you see that in this room there is a desk. Like one of those ones that roll closed from the top.
Okay.
And, yeah. Otherwise, this room is faintly lit with candles. It smells very much of perfume, specifically kind of sweet, almost cloying in a way. Just, it's the borderline between sweet and too sweet.
Interesting.
And let's see.
I was sticking back far enough. I'm just kind of like waiting for like a hand side for my gazer.
I check out the desk to see what could be there.
Okay, so you pull the desk open, and it rolls right up into the place where it retracts, and you find a journal, a quill, and an inkwell, and an envelope.
I open up the journal to see what's written in it.
So in the journal is correspondence between Zana and one Maximilian Sterling. Excuse you.
What happened?
Fart noise. I don't know. So, yeah, I said Maximilian Sterling and somebody ripped. Anyway.
What?
It ain't me, because I have push to talk.
Now I've been muted.
Narrowing it down. Anyway, so this correspondence tracks the profits as well as, these profits are in two different currencies. One, gold, as is to be expected, and two, souls. Souls captured by Zana and sent to the hells in the form of soul coins.
Mhm.
Or, sorry, not sent to the house. I've been playing too much Baldur's Gate. Sent to the lagoon.
Interesting. As I'm saying, I keep reading to see what else is written.
Also, you find out that Zana had some. Well, there is mention of a vault, though its location is not disclosed. A hint as to what you can find is Zana was really good at transmutation magic and taught Sterling how to place a curse on people. A modified flesh to stone spell, but instead of flesh to stone, it's flesh to gold.
In Aether's eyes, he kind of just is like stunned. Like, are we going to find golden statues in the vault? Like, those are the things that's going in his mind right now. I continue to read the journal.
Yup. And the last bit you get out of it is that these gold-cursed people can be animated as golems are, if the person casting the spell so chooses, in which case they become not only valuable forms of currency if you need it, but also capable defenders and even assassins if you sell one that's animated to someone that you really don't like.
Oh, wonderful.
Interesting. Well,
So essentially, yeah, he would sell one to a fellow merchant that is animated, and in the middle of the night, this gold-cursed person would throttle whoever he sold it to, and nobody would know who killed him.
interesting.
Why am I not surprised you pull something like that?
And these gold-cursed people are just innocent people who were in debt to Sterling, who couldn't pay.
Interesting. I close the book up and store it.
Mm-hmm. All right. And other than that, though, this is pretty much just Sana's bedchamber / fun gym.
I don't like that word. Anyway, I start heading back up the stairs and to Kiln.
Is there anyone down there?
No, thankfully, but I did find this. I pull out a journal. This belonged to the person that mind controlled me earlier. It's got some information on the vault, so we'll need to share this with everyone. Shall we continue investigating?
Yes, you said there was nothing in the room down there, so it's safe?
Nothing in the room. It's safe.
I think there's probably more down there than just a journal.
It's not much, really.
Okay.
Or at least I really hope it's not much. I'm trying not to read too much into it right now.
Well, I'm gonna quickly go down there and see for myself.
Okay.
You're-
Kiln, you see pretty much exactly what I described. / smell it too, because the perfume in the air. Very softly lit by candles that, because of your connection to fire, you can tell that they are enchanted to simply burn and not catch fire to anything. So they can be left.
Grab those candles.
Do they come on when someone just enters the room? Or are these like, okay.
As you enter the room, yeah. It's automatic mood lighting, but with magic.
Kind of chuckle, and I'm like, well, I haven't seen one of these rooms in a while.
That can be many things.
Okay. So doing a quick glance around, nothing catches my eye.
Let's see, I think.
Just kind of double downing on Acer's thing.
Nope, nothing sticks out to me.
Alright, then loop my way back.
Anything?
So you searched the one room. We also were in the other room, weren't we?
Yeah, they were in the other room.
I think we should just quickly check that one, and then we
Yeah.
should make our way back to the party on our
I agree.
names.
Alright, so you enter this room, and it is pretty much a mirror image of the other. Except, looking at this one, there is a draft and no odd print. In fact, just a regular room.
Alright.
Alright.
Run your hands
So-
along the wall, and the mortar is excellently done by the city's masons.
Fine craftsmanship, let's say. Shall we get out of here before anyone notices?
When we're leaving, I also want to check again to see if anybody has noticed us or following us.
Make another perception check.
Okay.
Since Kiln is the first one out, he will go ahead and make that check.
It's a good thing you made that check.
Let's see. You said perception?
Perception.
Oh, that's a 10.
Oh, that's. Let's see. I got a. Let's see. I got 4 plus a 6. That's a 10 as well. So my 16 will do a better job.
Mhm.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I have an 11
That's my
passive,
passive.
so 11 and 16.
You do not see anybody watching.
All right. More than likely, they still don't know us, or still
the s-
don't know that we're here.
At the same
so-
time, we are holding valuable things from them. There might be. We just got to be careful. Watch each other's backs. And then, yeah, we need to get out of this town ASAP.
Yeah. Let's get out of here.
Really quick. So with the 16, Acer, you less see more than intuit. You feel that there are eyes on you. Though you can't tell from here. It could be your own paranoia, but you're getting an odd feeling from the fountain in the
I cast detect magic.
yard. That is concentration. You will drop your disguise.
Oh, right. I can't. Don't look now, but I think there's something in the fountain.
In the fountain?
Something near the fountain.
Oh, wait. Disguise self is not concentration.
Oh, it's
So,
not.
yeah, detect magic works.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that. So you look over at the phone, and there is a hint of divination magic.
Divination. Describe that for me.
So divination, the school of divination, is basically the school of seeing the unseen. Specifically, like seeing the future, the past, faraway places, things like that.
So, basically, there's a spy camera right here.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. There's someone using divination magic here.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's not stay long. And with that, we just start making our way out casually.
And, okay. You guys leave the establishment and return to the street. And, yeah. You
Alright.
run back to camp.
Yep.
Not sprinting, of course. Still being inconspicuous, but
Mhm.
definitely with a spring in your step.
Yeah, fast walk.
Uh-huh.
All right. We come back to camp. We undisguise ourselves.
At the edge of your camp, 2 humans approach, who are quickly replaced with a warforged and a fire giant.
Well, that was quite the trip.
It was.
It's so eerie seeing you change. Ugh.
Except for a good or bad thing. I think it look better like this.
Yes, I very much agree. As a former human, it's weird seeing this.
Oh,
Hey, I mean, you didn't have an issue with me turning into a bandit earlier.
Pressure.
So, we definitely found some interesting things on our journey back into town.
Indeed.
What did you guys find?
So, the town was pretty normal. Like, it was just normal travelers and everything. But it got strange when we got to the spa itself. There wasn't a single, it was open. There wasn't a single soul there. There was no one at the front desk. There was no one in the back. I ended up finding a ledger in the front desk containing a key, which was used towards the area Acer found in a hidden room, which led us to the succubus chambers.
What was in the hidden chamber?
I found this, which is a journal between them and Sterling. Apparently, things such as you know that coin we found? Apparently, there's more of them.
Oh god.
Apparently, there was more of them, and a possible danger within the vault.
It's almost like they had an operation of making soul coins.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. They also have what appears to be golden statues within the vault. Except the thing is, these statues weren't made by hand. They were made by spell. On people.
At this point, I'm not surprised with gold coins and everything. Just people just use other people's life as profits, whether if it's gold
But
or...
here's the thing. These statues can be reanimated.
Oh.
It may be yeah. So, if we do find this vault, we need to be on high alert, because these statues could come to life.
Is there a
Also,
way to revert them back to form?
Maybe with your Dispel Magic spell.
Wonder what kind of
That's
magic.
there was also a case of divination
Yes.
magic
earlier
being
we-
used.
Yeah. We found some sort of divination magic by the fountain right next to the entrance.
I have a little bit of divination. Because I'm not there, I can't. Oh.
My guess is it's kind of like a security camera. Or it's some sort of security, some sort of security feature. So, like, spying eyes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So, Sophelia, since you've seen the spell used before, you had it used for you. You know that Acer is talking about scrying. And I got the name right that time. I did mean Sophelia, not Meteora.
So it sounds like scrying.
What's a scry?
Oh, scrying? Really?
Scrying?
Remember before with when Sophelia was spying on Sterling from the island?
So, really quick, Meteora, scrying is actually on the cleric spell list, so you would know. Scrying is basically you have an implement of some sort, like a mirror or like a pool of water, and you cast a spell, and the spell requires powdered silver, a crystal ball, a silver mirror, or like a font filled with holy water, it has to be worth at least 1,000 gold. And essentially, you can use it to look at someone from far away.
What's the name of the spell? Because I don't know because I have my spell list open at all times and can't find it.
It's not on your list, as in the ones you have prepared. It's on the cleric spell list.
On the spell list.
I believe
on the website you sent me.
Yes, on 5e Tools. It is.
I don't see it.
It is a 5th level spell.
Okay, yeah, that's why I don't have it.
Yes.
I only have one that
Yeah, it's a 5th level spell.
Yep. But it is available for clerics, and you've probably had, specifically, the clerics above you, father and mother, have probably used the spell at some point. And so you've probably seen them use it, either using a mirror or looking into a dais with a pool of water at the top, and using it to look upon places that they cannot physically reach, or that physically going there would be inconvenient or dangerous.
Got it.
But yes.
What does that mean for us?
Most likely it was... We don't know exactly. They may not even know that it was us. They know just...
It might not even been used for us.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, the monster was by the inn that we were next to. So they're up to something.
Because, yeah, that place was gone. Like, there was no one there. So, whenever they did this scrying, it was a bit ago.
Yeah.
I think we need... Go on.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No. Yeah, go
I
on.
was going to say, you're kind of turning the key over in your hands. The key that you got from the new spa. And you look at it absently, and you see engraved into it is a small room that you didn't notice before.
Oh. Do I know this room?
The language is stupid.
I know Common, Primordial, Elvish, and Draconic.
You can make me a religion or arcana check to see if you can figure out what it is. Because it is actually...
Can I support him?
Yes.
I was going to be like, it's abyssal.
Oh, shit. Alright,
roll
one
the
more.
advantage.
7 and... Oh, okay, I'll take the 7 and...
Oh my gosh.
What do I get to choose?
Arcana.
Yeah, I'll use Arcana, yeah. So 14.
It is abyssal.
I knew it.
Oh, shit.
What's an abyssal?
It is
Remember
the language
that-
of demons.
Oh,
The
Yeah.
things we don't speak of.
can I see that key real quick?
Yeah, I kind of just noticed that, and I kind of just get wide-eyed really quick, and I'm just like, there's an abyssal rune on here. And then I hand it over.
Can I drop some holy water in it, like a drop of it, just to...
Yes, you can. You take the key and you put a drop of holy water on it. Make me a wisdom check. Just raw wisdom, Meteora.
Wisdom.
Is that one?
Oh.
What'd you get?
7, so 10.
10. Okay. So, with the drop of holy water, the rune begins to change. It changes into common. It changes into the numeral 3.
3.
Huh.
Well, check the phone. Is there any demonic energy still left on the key?
Yes, but
What
none
is the
that you would
holy
consider dangerous. It is pretty much just residue from where it was.
Okay.
3.
And I just
Hold on.
hand
Hear
it back
me
to
out.
the kiln.
I got an idea too. Yeah, you go on though.
Okay, so there's supposedly 3 others that are
Yeah.
under him.
That's what I was thinking. Yep.
So
Number 3 then.
number 3. So,
So
do you
two
think
others.
if
You already took out third. You already took out one.
So Lorenzo
Do you think
and
the old key might belong to the other two?
I feel like if I say her name, an actual demon's gonna come through.
Califanthi.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to summon anything on an accident.
So yeah, Lorenzo runs the Golden Mirage Casino, and where is it? Why am I all the way down here? Forgive me.
Mhm.
Sorry, the Gilded Mirage. And Lady Califanthi, or Madame Califanthi, runs the Serpent's Caress, which is the brothel.
well, just kind of saying this, we'll probably need the other 2 keys.
Maybe. However,
You might open the vault.
I think so.
maybe. But
Janice, if we go after
If
those
he-
2, don't you think it's gonna alert Sterling?
that could.
I mean, he could, but I think the richest man in Combs would have a pretty high security system, so 3 keys would make sense.
Here's another deal though. So where'd you guys say you found the key at?
we found it in Sana's living quarters.
I wonder if they. Oh, here's
Wait,
the-
was
if
this-
it's such an
Oh
important
no!
key,
Wait, no.
then why
no,
was it
at
on
the?
Yeah, it's the key from the front desk.
It was from the front
front
desk.
desk? So here, let's think about this. If this is such an important key, then why would it be in the front desk?
I mean, you could
Yeah,
also
it's
you,
left
you
there.
could probably say in any criminal organization, the person in the front is insanely valuable.
Front desk.
They're the ones that steer people away, the one that lead them in unsuspectingly. They're the face.
So doesn't seem like the key's on a person then. So what if we stick to the number 2 and maybe number 1's house and try to
But
there?
before we do that, though, we still need to find the vault. It's still extremely hidden, and we have no idea where it is. We can't just go in, get the keys, and get to the vault if we don't know where the vault is.
I get Paisley. I said Paisley. Is there any person you could think of, or any place? I don't even know. Maybe like an information guild or something like that. Is there any place you could get information? Even if it might be like a underground information.
Yeah, like an information broker.
Mhm.
Yep.
Patsy, if
Hmm.
you were to go any place to know anything in the city, the slums would be the place.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
They might not, the poor might not have a lot of monetary riches, but what they do have is knowledge.
Hmm. Well, if you're looking for information, the slums is probably the best place we can get it.
Are you sure you want to go back there?
Well, we were going to have to either way, so.
All right then.
Do you guys have a lot of valuables on you? Should we go to the slums with all our valuables?
I think it'd be best if we keep all of our valuables here.
I'm just gonna put it in the front, underneath my armors. I'm
You
sure they
never
can't
know who's
penetrate.
gonna- I was going to say, if you don't know anyone who's going to pickpocket you, though, I'll be keeping some
Acer
of
is
my...
Acer is in my front. I could feel that.
Underneath the boot plate.
Mm. I just kind of, raise my eyebrow because I don't understand completely. I mean, I don't know how that's going to be helpful, but okay.
It's the ladies' safest area, I think. Kiln. Charlie walks over you and just taps it.
What's up, little man?
Charlie looks around for a bit, like underneath your shoes, like around your pants, and he gives you the biggest set of eyes and said, "Where's Jim Bob?"
Oh, he had a meeting he had to get to. He'll be back sooner or later.
Okay.
Jim Bob's a very busy man.
Okay, tell Jim Bob I said hi.
Will do.
And he just totters away.
You see me bring out my notebook and just write down, remember to say hi to Jim Bob for Charlie.
Aww. That's so sweet.
This is like asking Peter Parker that next time you take pictures of Spider-Man, you tell him that you said hi.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we are gonna go to the slums down there, we probably should go as a group.
Oh, yes.
No.
Also, if you guys are worried about being, like, hidden, there's no way you could hide me.
Oh, I'm not worried about being
I
hidden.
mean-
I'm worried
Oh
about.
no, you can punch a demon to death, so I'm not worried about you, Sophie.
I know.
I'm not.
Like, I
not-
think in that line, like, which is a good placement? Do you want to stand at the front of the line or the back of the? I would feel.
I mean, I
safe
could,
if
like,
you-
shrink you down one size so you don't stand out too much. Or I can enlarge you if you want to be like, what's up, don't mess with me.
Could be a good
I
idea
think
too.
winding through the streets of the slums would be difficult when you are size category large.
Mhm.
You're 4
I'm
by
already
4.
on the high end of medium.
Mm-hmm.
Technically speaking,
Practically. Practically Goliath size.
Jesus.
Goliath,
Well.
Goliath Ophelia, that would be glorious.
Maybe if somebody has to use the reincarnation spell on her someday, she might come back as a Goliath. Maybe.
That'd be cool.
Okay, so you guys head together this time towards the slums of Cams. And back to the Cams map. And it is still daylight.
Alright.
It is still relatively early. It's probably about noon at this point. The streets of the slums are just as crowded as you would think. So, beyond the opulence and the allure of Cam's lavish exterior lies a hidden underbelly, known only to a few. A maze-like slum district concealed from the prying eyes of the privileged. This area stands as a stark contrast to the glittering facade of the town. As you venture deeper into the slums, the streets become narrow and winding, forming a labyrinth of crumbling buildings, dimly lit alleys, and shadows that seem to stretch infinitely. And this is still daylight. The sun is high in the sky, but because of a lot of the overbuilt structure, a lot of the buildings that are somewhat leaning in places, it does cast some long shadows. The once luxurious architecture gives way to dilapidated structures, their facades marred by time and neglect, a stark reminder of the harsh realities faced by those living here. Stray animals and beggars roam the alleyways, their presence ignored by the upper echelons of society, contrasting the pristine streets that they've left behind. Flickering lanterns and the distant glow of embers provide the only illumination, besides, of course, the sun-high sky, casting a haunting ambiance over the darker, deeper pathways. Unruly children play in the dirt, oblivious to the luxurious world that exists only a stone's throw away. And people leer at you from alleyways and grungy windows, though it is difficult to tell if they're afraid of you or if they're sizing you up. So, Basley, there is a bit of a dive here. Like a dive bar.
Mm-hmm.
Where
Yeah.
people go to get, like, just straight up gold. Just watered down beer. Which is the most they can afford. But if you drink enough of it, it gets you drunk. And it helps you forget the crap life that you have and the jobs you have to do to survive.
Yep.
Man, that sounds like real shit.
And, yeah. And also, people, when they get drunk, they talk. Paz is well familiar with this. you guys continue to travel through the streets, and you guys decked out in colorful gear, magic items, your bags laden and heavy with items. Every eye is on you. Most people are just confused as to why you've come here when the rest of Cam's is right over there. But as you come close, led by Pasley, to this dive bar, tucked away in the depths of this labyrinthine structure, people just kind of leave you alone. And Pasley, you reach the door. This door is in pretty bad shape. It needs to be relacquered. It is ancient, and it is pockmarked and bleached from the sun. The establishment does not have a sign, really, though painted on the door is the symbol of a very angry-looking bear. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm just immediately going to find the person who I could talk to about this.
For me,
Just sizing people up.
Yeah.
Are we at a bar?
Yeah, we're at the dive bar.
Oh, I'm definitely sizing people up.
For me, I'm personally just looking at the door, contemplating if I should cast mending on it or not.
Trust me, it'll break next day.
Alright, so Pasley, you push the door open, and you are immediately hit by a wall of smoke. Just people, cigars that they can afford, but mostly it's just corncob pipes with the cheapest tobacco that they can get their hands on. And the whole
So no
place
hookah?
reeks of it. No, not on this side of town. It's almost like it's thick enough to choke somebody who's not used to it, but you grew up here.
Mm-hmm.
You're a fire genasi. Smoke don't really bug you.
I was gonna say, yeah.
So you don't breathe?
Do I have any control over smoke?
Not unless you have something that specifically
Okay.
says so.
Okay, I was just
But
wondering.
You
Basically-
are resistant to the effects of fire and things that fire tends to give off.
Basically, not yet.
Sophelia and Meteora, though, are more used to clean air, so I want both of you to make con saves.
Ooh. Oh.
Yeah. Meteora has a coughing fit. Sophelia she probably just makes like a face like, ugh. But that's
I could
about
just
it.
hold my breath the entire time.
My pocket, I pull out a perfume and just spraying the air. I know it doesn't help, but I do it anyway.
I look over at Meteor and I see that she's not doing well, and I go here, and I start ripping a bit of my cloak off and tie it around her face. Should help a little bit.
Right. And you look about this place, and in the smoke-filled air, lit by greasy lanterns, is a dim light that casts about the place. People with just filthy clothes, filthier hands, and the most "don't mess with me" looks on their faces that you have ever seen. And the bartender is an orc man, and he looks over at you with his kind of smallish eyes. He's got a large pair of tusks that come up from his lower jaw. His green skin just kind of reflects the greasy light, and you can see that there's a layer of sweat on his skin just from the heat and how stuffy this place is. He looks over at you and he's just, "You're not the kind of people I usually see come in here." What you looking for? You don't work for the big guy, do you? I swear to God, I paid.
We despise him more than anything.
Fair
That's
enough.
why we're here.
Fair enough. But do be careful who you tell that to. And he kind of looks about the bar, not looking at anybody in particular. Just a bit.
With him saying that, I do a perception check.
So, yeah, go ahead and roll perception.
13 plus 6, that's a 19.
You see a gnoll on the opposite side of the room, sitting with a kenku, an elf, and a half-elf. All of them are a little rough-looking, but they are all armed to the teeth. And so the gnoll is armed with a big ol' axe. The kenku is armed with a spear. The elf has a longbow and a set of arrows, and the half-elf seems to be a mage of some sort. And they're watching rather intently, though they are not the only ones, because, of course, you are the most colorful thing to walk into this place, probably in the last decade.
Is there like a darts game here?
Oh yeah, there's people playing darts. Well, not play. There are darts that are sunk into the board, as if they are the board itself is being used for storage.
I kind of just lean over and I'm like, well, I'm gonna take some eyes off of us and kind of just put them on me. And I quickly kind of just get towards the center, pull out the darts from the board, and I'm like, friends, who would like to face me in a game for a drink?
Oh wow. One of the people from the opposite side of the bar, the gnoll, stands up. And this gnoll is very lean as he stands, and you can see though that he is tall and he is just like got a runner's build. This dude is probably fast as hell. But also that axe is his, and he wields it like it's weightless. And he kind of walks up to you, axe on his shoulder, and he says, "I'll take you on for a free drink."
I warn you, I've never lost.
Neither am I.
So how does a gnoll look like?
It's
So,
the hyena
the
guy.
hyena folk.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
This particular one is a man. Big man.
Mhm.
And he puts his axe, leans it against the table next to him, and takes the set of darts that are the opposite color of yours. What color do you take, red or blue?
I'll be red.
Red. He takes the blue darts. Give me a performance check.
So-
Ooh.
I just kind of want to be upfront about what my plan is about this. It doesn't really matter how good I am at this. My target's gonna hit.
Oh.
Oh, we're in the slums. I'm not playing fair. I'm going to be
I like
using
the
my
way
mage
you
hand, which is invisible, and I'm gonna be hitting my targets.
Oh, you're cheating.
It's invisible. They can't see that shit.
Should warn you, Mage Hand has a verbal component.
We're in a loud bar.
Fair. So instead, I will-
If you get your ass whooped, I'm not helping.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Instead, I would like you to make a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh.
Now this might be bad, but
Sorry.
it's
Sorry,
sort of
not sleight of hand. Stealth. Sleight of hand would be like for
okay.
using your hands quickly.
Feeling.
Stealth.
Okay. How's your dex?
It comes out to 13.
Okay, and the how?
Not as good as I wanted.
Uh-oh. While he's doing that, I just asked the bartender, is there any free tables that I can take?
Yeah, over there, and he kind of just glances over to A table that is got 2 legs, and then one on the opposite side that is half a leg. It looks to have been kicked out at some point from underneath. And it has got a stack of what looks like partially broken bricks holding it up. And the table itself, looking at it, you can see the telltale signs of the marks that would be left in a wooden surface when arrows hit it.
Perfect.
So it looks like
Thank you
somebody
very-
has thrown up this table at some point and used it for cover during a fight.
Nice.
Perfect table. Thank you very much.
Yep.
I asked the bar. I sit at the bar stool and it's like, do you have any menus?
Well, let me see what I can do for you.
What's a girl gotta do to get a drink of water around here?
Water. No, we do liquor here, lady.
Yeah,
I
sorry,
open
Meteor.
Well, bright side is, 1 gold piece will get you a drink and a meal. Bad news is, fancy folk like you probably aren't used to our standard fare.
I ate at the catacomb. I'm sure I can handle it.
Fair enough. Temple food usually has a reputation.
They're very flavorless. I think that's the best way to describe it. It's like eating deeper. I think that's the best way to describe it.
The air adds the
Um,
flavor.
Here's the thing. I'm not
Catacomb air.
gonna get. Yeah. I told the bartender I'm not gonna get the drink, but I'll still pay for the meal for a coin.
Fair enough. So instead, I'll give you 2 of these. And he puts down a bowl of what looks like some sort of mixture of potatoes, water, bread, and some small miscellaneous chunks that you think might be sausage.
Can I detect poison? It might be rude to do that in front of him.
I was gonna say, incanting in a
It's
bar
like, oh,
is generally a bad
Yeah,
form.
before I leave, I'm just like, thank you. I take one of the bowls.
And Kiln, to go back to what you were doing really quick, the Knoll rolled a 12 on their perception. So the first dart strikes true, as do the other 2. Triple bullseyes.
I lean over. I told you I've never lost.
So the Knoll managed to land 2 bullseyes as well. But the last one flew just a notch too far to the right.
Mm.
They look at you and they just glare, or he just glares. He says, "Something's not right about you." And as he says that, you just see the fangs in his mouth. Several of them are broken, probably from fighting, though his canines are very long and very sharp. And knowing what you know about gnolls, those jaws open up really far, and they can bite down real hard. Like enough to,
Hey man,
enough to
I
shatter.
might not look normal, and I kind of just like point up. I'm like, maybe it's because I'm on fucking fire. like if you,
No, it wasn't.
you just
It wasn't a racial thing. Don't worry.
oh, some mighty big teeth he got there. You just see my flames grow.
I mean, yeah.
Oh dear.
What are you getting at here? And he kind of goes over and just palms the bottom of the axe's haft.
I just start noticing this, and I start heading
Oh.
over to try and
Can I
intermediate.
run to the north? Hyena looking guy?
No.
The knoll, yeah.
I didn't know gnolls like to back out of bets.
I pull Girder, or I pull Kiln out, and like, Okay, I think you two had enough fun for today. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
We're not.
All
We're
right.
not here for
Well,
fun.
here's your winnings, and the gnoll takes out his coin satchel, counts out 2 gold pieces, and is going to make an improvised weapon attack. He's going to throw the coins
no.
at you. It's not going to do a ton of damage.
Oh.
But it's going to get the point across. And
Okay,
that's
hold
if it
on.
hits,
So,
because your AC is ridiculous.
yeah, I'm gonna use shield.
Oh, you only need to do that if it is within 5 over your AC. Otherwise,
alright.
like, there's no need. It'll just bounce.
I
off
just
the side
don't.
of
I was gonna say I don't even want. Yeah, I just wanted to bounce off me like.
If he misses, they'll just straight bounce off before they hit you.
Okay.
Okay.
They most likely hit me before they hit you.
Yeah, you're just in the crossfire.
That is an 8. So the coins fly at you, bounce off, but before they can hit the ground, your mage hand reaches down and scoops them up.
Uh-oh.
I kind of give a cheeky smile, and I'm like, what were you trying to accomplish there?
I was just making my payment. And the gnoll walks back over to his buddies and sits down, and they chat a little bit. They get up, drop their coins, what they owe on the bar, and they leave.
I don't think they're gonna just let you off the hook that easily.
Yeah, I have a feeling we'll be seeing them pretty soon.
Yeah, it's more like I'm letting him off the hook, but okay.
Oh,
I don't think they understand what they're dealing with.
Alright, Mr. Big Shot, go ahead.
Just, you know, if you get jumped, we're not helping you.
That's alright.
I'll help. Sounds like fun.
I was gonna say, I just crack my knuckles. I'm like, I don't even need the help, but I'll take the help.
So, Nathun, how does the
let off some
soup
steam.
taste like?
Just have a giant Ophelia standing behind me, like, what's up?
Say that again, Meteora.
How does the soup taste like?
So it's super gritty. Like, you swear there's sand in it. There's not, but there definitely feels like it.
So what kind of meat is it? And I'm looking at the bartender, and I'm doing and coughing at the same time.
He just kind of doesn't say anything. He just points over to the fire, and you see just a pig on a spit.
boar.
Fuck.
I can work
Had
with
that in
that.
a while.
And then he points over at the or sorry, he points to the back, and behind what looks to be like a bed sheet that is the only thing separating the main area from the kitchen, you can see a meat grinder, like a hand turn grinder. Pork sausage.
And I'm just like, compliments to the chef.
Thanks.
I will say it's been a
So
while since I've had boar, so it's really nice.
So those guys are part of a.
Who are those guys?
They're part of a gang in a section of town that really doesn't like the richer folk that always come to town, the tourists. They're not the kind that pickpocket and steal from them, though. They generally prefer to just jump them, beat the shit out of them, and send them on their way after robbing them. So,
Yeah.
You just
I
see a
had
grin
Great.
come across Kiln's face.
though, the fact that you are opposed to
You know
someone
who?
higher up in this town is interesting. Most people don't even pay attention to what goes on here. As the resident information guy, I hear a lot of things. I would like to say that, yeah, the red light district places are not exactly what they seem. So,
Trust me,
Of course.
I learned that the hard way.
oh, so
Hey, bartender.
you already been.
Yes. Here. We'll show you something real quick. I'll go over to grab the key that we got from Zana and place it down.
Hey, sir, don't show him that.
Hmm.
We're trying to figure out some information on this.
Oh, we don't know. Hey, sir, we don't know if we can trust this guy, so don't just show it to him randomly.
It's a lead though. We need something.
Maybe you should do it after we can verify if we Hi.
I didn't catch that.
I mean-
What'd you say?
I say we should verify if we can trust this guy before we show them a key like that.
I mean, you've seen how sketchy this town is. He is the least sketchy of everyone that we've come across, at least so far
Okay.
here.
Look, do you know any information guild?
Information guild. Well, maybe not so much
Or-
that, but you know what? Come back behind the bar really quick.
Okay.
Alright.
And as you do, he reaches down and grabs a rope that's coming out of the floor and pulls it up. And he says, "There's some folks down there that would probably be interested to hear what you have to say."
I look over Paisley though.
Yeah, that does not
Paisley?
sound good.
Paisley, what do you think?
I'm not a fan.
If it helps at all. He takes he reaches into his like greasy apron, and he pulls out a little metal, it looks like a badge almost, that has the symbol of a lyre on it, Lyre, like the instrument.
Oh, okay.
And he says, "Show that to the guy at the door downstairs."
I give a
And,
nod.
He'll let you in.
Give a nod, and I take the liar badge.
Wait,
And
I thought Kilm had the key. Why do you have it, sir?
Oh no, I said I go to take the key. I said that earlier, but yeah. Anyways, I start heading down the ladder.
So Acer goes down. Do the rest of you stay up, or are you all heading down as well?
I'm
You
going.
got Ophelia.
now.
We should be okay.
Alright. So Pasley heads down as well.
I mean, I'm gonna follow my employer, so if she goes, I go.
Oh. All right, Kilm, let's go.
Alright.
Alright. So everybody goes. Ophelia, are you going with them?
Yeah. I judge like the width of the latch area.
You'll definitely need to full
Aw.
focus, but pretty tightly too. But you'll make it down.
Will she have a lot of room down there in general?
She's gonna be ducking, as is Meteora.
Yeah, I'm too tall for this.
You want me to help you a little bit with that, or are you comfortable being squished?
You know what? If we are gonna run into somebody, I think intimidation would be good. I'll keep my size.
Mhm.
Okay.
Just do me a favor, shrink Charlie and put him in your pocket. He seems to like it in there.
Get over here, little guy.
Whee!
Alright. So
Just pop him in my pocket.
So you head down through this very dark passage. Your hand on, well, those of you who don't have dark vision, your hands are on the wall. But those of you who do see unlit torch sconces on the walls.
I can also make light.
Okay.
Oh, sorry for saying this, Nithun, but what was the name of the orc bartender?
Orog.
Orog, okay.
So that would have actually been a name tag on his apron. I forgot I didn't say it.
I asked Paisley, have you been to a place like this before, Paisley?
Not necessarily.
Hmm.
So you guys round a couple corners though, and you see lights up ahead. Behind a quote-unquote door. Mainly a set of iron bars. In front of which sits a guard. They are a goblin, armed with a scimitar and a crossbow on their hip, and next to them is a lever. And on the front of their chest piece, they're wearing a set of leather armor. This goblin has a badge with a lyre on it.
Bro.
They see you approach, and the crossbow comes up. This is a hand crossbow, so they have it in one hand. They're pointing it at you, and the other hand is on the lever. Acer, you look about the room, and you see that there are 4 nozzles in the wall. Underneath these nozzles are what looks to be spark igniters.
Let's not move any further. This appears to be some sort of gas trap.
Hey!
Go in the back.
No. Come forward.
I speak to the goblin in his language. We're not here to harm you. We just want information. And as I do that, I pull out the badge and show him the lyre badge.
Mm-hmm. The goblin's eyes kind of flash in the dark as he looks at you. Kiln, your produce flame cantrip, casts this blue light through the area, and that is what is reflecting off of this goblin's eyes. It's very, like, cat-like in the way.
Ooh, that's cool.
And you can also see his sharp teeth, this wide grin, and he just like...
Also, yeah, to those that don't know goblin, I just sound like I'm speaking gibberish.
I didn't know you knew that, yeah.
Yep,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, you're clear. And he takes his hand off of the lever, reholsters the hand crossbow, and pulls a key out of his pocket. Not taking his eyes off you once. Puts the key into the keyhole, turns it, and pulls the door open. And he just puts his thumb behind him and he says, "Go."
I speak to him in Goblish once more and say thank you as we pass by.
So this whole time, even though you are speaking to him in Goblin, he is answering you in Common, almost not acknowledging your show of, I guess it would say, learnedness of his language.
And I bypass the goblins. I simply tell them, "You guys remind me of my favorite designer." And I just walk away.
I just give him some finger guns.
Pasley, seeing you guys do all this stuff, Pasley just like kind of just ducks their head down just a bit.
And what does Sophelia do?
Sophie?
Sophelia?
Sophie,
she
speak
got
to us.
up. She didn't tell me she got up.
Ooh.
Oh.
It's okay. So Sophelia just strides along with you, making sure that her wings and horns don't scrape too much against the walls and ceiling, and now the metal,
I'm back.
the iron bars that
Back.
you guys are passing through. So you enter a larger area now. Less a bar and more a just general hangout place. There are people playing cards here and there, but overlooking all of them is a type of creature that you guys have seen kind of something similar to. forgive me for the dog noises in the background. The neighbors have a beagle.
I thought that was a
No worries.
rooster.
No, it was a dog.
It's some weirdo scooting a chair down the hallway.
It sounded exactly just like how Sophia just described.
Mhm. So this guy is a Tanaruk. So that would be essentially a half orc, half demon being.
Oh dear. Like the bartender we saw at the theater city?
So Tanaruks are actually classified as demons, but because of where they come from and how they work, in this setting, the influence of their mortal blood mixed with the Lacunan influences makes them very free spirits, though they are known very much for their temper and for their strength. They are very strong, very resistant to restraints that would be placed on them via magic. But this one is just relaxing in a throne that is sized appropriately. And he is sitting next to a great sword covered in barbs along the edges. This great sword appears to be made of some sort of spine of some creature. And on either side are, let's see, the two women. One almost as, one of them very, very slim, very slight, almost wayfish, and or not wayfish. That's more childlike. That's not the right connotation.
Wispy?
Just very thin. She looks like a stiff breeze might knock her over. And the other one, quite the opposite. Very large. Maybe even bulbous. But he's got his arms around both. And as you come in, you see that carved on his chest, and it's actually like a scar, is the symbol of a liar.
Damn.
Ouch.
It's pretty metal.
He's very dedicated to his cause.
Does he sing metal music?
And
Using a lyre?
Yes.
Heavy ass.
As a one dedicated bard. He's a bard.
And as you walk in, he sees you all come in, especially hears you with the whole plate armor thing going on. And
Sorry, guys.
his voice fills this underground room. And he says, "Ah, newcomers. Don't be shy. Step on up. What brings you to this neck of the woods? You are a little more well-to-do than the people I'm used to."
Pasley immediately steps up. These guys are. However, I know this place a little too well, unfortunately. We're here for some information on, Big Guy. And you guys, you can tell that Pasley is acting way different than normal. Like, Pasley is kind of, like, hunched over. Not, like, completely different how they normally act. Dropping the whole... Like, almost like they're going back to their roots.
Aww, Pei.
There's something about you, kid. I feel like I've seen you before. Anyway, name's Bull. So you're looking for information about the big guy, huh?
Yep.
So, I don't do things for free.
Of course you
So-
don't.
Yeah, that's just not how things work around here. So, instead, I can give you information I have on the big man, because we have some good stuff. We've been messing with him for a while. He hasn't caught me yet. But you'll have to promise me something, too. You'll have to trade me something as well.
What's up? What do you want?
Well, let's see what you have to offer. Put something forward, and I'll give you information that I think would be a fair trade.
I think I might have some.
Put the coin forward.
Hey guys. Hey guys. Circle, please.
Mhm.
A huddle. Huddle up.
Alright.
Just watch my horns.
Remember the. Do you think he'll take a coin? Okay, I know he might not take coins, but what about the gems we found a few weeks ago? Remember those?
Yeah, I remember the gems.
Mirabelle, 2 pearls, 5 amethysts, 2 spinels, 2 corals, 1 jet, and 2 diamonds. We can't give him the diamonds. I'm gonna need it for reviving. What about the rest of those gems?
I'm fine with that.
Which one should we give him? And if aside diamond, out of every gems we have, which one's considered most valuable?
So your spellcasting components are of more practical value than their gold amount would entail, because they can bring somebody back from the dead, literally. To Bull, though, he would only care about monetary value. Though, Pasley, being familiar with this place, or at least the way things work around here, would know that, monetary value might not be exactly what he's after. If he's an information broker, then he might want to know things.
Yeah, information for information.
What do we know then?
So what about that key?
Yeah, the key.
So what are some
How about
things
the
you
vault?
learned that you would think that this guy would want to know?
The information on the vault. Maybe we could work together. We
You'll
could
probably want to know about the succubus.
And also the golden statues within the vault.
And the divination statue at the spa.
The fact that they were basically doing a soul coin operation.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like
Does he
that's
know
pretty
about the soul
important.
coin?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think he even
I-
knows there was a succubus.
I hold
could
up the
have.
soul coin
Possibly.
and I asked him, "Does this look familiar to you?"
As you hold up the soul coin, Bull stands up, and he pats both the women next to him, kind of just on the shoulder, and he stands up, and he folds his arms. And he's like, "Oh, where did a cleric like you get something like that?" And he kind of licks his teeth in front of you, almost hungrily.
Oh god.
We got this off the corpse of Zana.
You mean the pouch?
The pouch.
Pouch?
Well, a pouch that came with the corpse of Zana.
So, the owner of one of these establishments, I assume, was of a demonic persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard
Demonic
about
persuasion
the
is. Yeah.
Okay. Say that again, Meteora?
I said, she was the owner of the spa.
Okay, that's a good start. You've definitely piqued my interest, so I'll give you some information as well. The owner of the... Well, actually, no, hang on, let's see. So, Sterling has a vault nearby the city.
I heard.
We do not have the location for it, but we know where you can get it.
Wait,
Alrighty.
hold on. How come you didn't do it yourself if you knew about it?
I don't exactly blend in, my dear.
Mm-hmm.
However,
Me neither.
that might not be a problem for most of you. Yeah. When he says he doesn't blend in, he looks at Sophilia's horns and his own, or he kind of just touches his own for a moment. And you, Sophilia, you get the vibe that it's a very slight moment of empathy or sympathy, I guess. And he says, "Okay, you can get the information for the location of the vault from the big man's house."
We have to get. Do we want to get inside Sterling's house, you guys?
I can tell you, however, exactly who is working security and who will be there during the day.
Already?
Do not go there at night.
I think I know who's guarding at night.
This ugly pet frog.
Yeah, I always knew Kermit would show back up.
So,
Do you have Sterling's schedule? How he operates during the day? We need him out of the office if we're ever gonna go inside of his house.
we've managed to put some things together, but slow your roll a little bit. So my new request: you give me that coin, and in exchange, I will give you the full schedule, and everybody who will be working security, everybody who will be at the house during the day.
But
I
that's
looked down at the
somebody's soul.
coin. I looked down at the coin. I said, "I'm sorry, I can't."
I'm sorry, unless you want to try to sweeten the deal some other way.
What is about this coin that you wanted so badly? What are you gonna do with it if I give it to you?
That will fetch a tidy sum in the Laguna. Whenever
As
I have
I
to,
thought. Coin?
well, whenever I have to go home.
Indeed.
Sorry, we'll give you something else, but I can't give you the soul.
As expected from a cleric.
Oh, thank you.
So, to at least put your mind at ease, I do not work for Grozit. I need a religion or arcana check to figure out who that is. Your choice. One of you.
Gerder.
Let me do a religion.
I'll do Arcana.
Let's do both at the same time.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll do an Arcana check.
I'll do religion.
go for it.
I'm so low!
That'll be a
For an
19.
Arcana.
19.
I mean, like, a 6, so it's still not gonna be high enough. A
Grozit-
5.
A 5. Okay. So, Meteora, that particular name, you didn't really do a lot of demonology per se. You were more focused on, just learning how to shepherd souls. You fighting demons is more the work of the clerics of Victoria, the war clerics. However, Kiln, you are familiar with Grozit from your time spent reading everything that caught your fancy. Grozit is a demon prince, particularly the demon prince of pleasure, decadence, and unlimited self-indulgence.
Oh
As
god.
well as the patron of corrupt authorities and tyrants who rule by force.
Yeah, more reason I am not giving this coin to that guy.
Yeah,
He is
you
also-
kind of
Oh,
just.
no, he's not a.
He is also known as the Prince of Pleasure and the Dark Prince.
Yeah, you kind of like right when he says the name, you just kind of hear him like a bunch of fuck.
Consider that a free because I've just taken my hand a little bit.
Do we have anything else we could offer him?
What about the contents within the vault?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
what would it pique your interest to know what could be inside there?
Oh, the Acer, hold on. That's a possibility though. It's not solid.
So there could be more.
That's for him to decide.
There could also be more soul coins in there, and we definitely know
Exactly.
about the golems.
We do know that there are more soul coins within the vault.
Not giving him the soul coin.
No, we're not giving him the soul coin, of course. But
Better not. If we find soul coins, I'm taking all of them.
Remember,
we can't realistically, release all of them.
I'll figure out
we
a
are
way.
selling information right now, so
Yes,
Yeah.
we're information.
we don't have to tell him. We just have to tell him information stuff. We're not telling it we're going to give him the coins.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you have knowledge of what may be within the vault. So, in return, I will tell you.
In his gruff voice, like thinking. I'm thinking.
Yeah. I know the true nature of the creatures that are in the brothel that run the place. Can give you
That could be useful.
a bit of a
That's
warning
a
about
start.
what you're
Humans?
walking into. Oh, they are not humans. Not a one.
Oh,
It's a good
wonderful.
start.
Okay, so you first.
Alrighty. Within the vault, there is loads of gold, as you would imagine. But also inside there are statues of what used to be people, but now turned to gold. They can be turned into golems as well through magic. On top of that, we do know that there are more soul coins within the vault.
Interesting. Bull snaps his fingers, and a couple more of the harp or the badge or the lyre badge wearing folks come up. This time a hobgoblin and a bugbear, and he says, "So I need you to redouble the efforts of finding this. Make sure you search everywhere in the city, and I mean everywhere." And at that, Bull says, "Okay, so are you familiar with Lamias?"
Lamias?
Lamias.
That sounds familiar.
So, Kiln, writing off of what you know about Grozit, you would know that Lamias are basically his servants in the mortal realm. They are, on the top half, gorgeous women, generally. Sometimes men, too. Usually females, though. And Grozit's clergy is made up entirely of female Lamias. But, on the lower half, they are many things. Either... The most common are leonine, so lions, or
Ooh.
snakes.
Cool.
So the brothel is run entirely by Lamias of the serpentine variety. And, they definitely have been bolstering their numbers, if that makes sense.
Snakes. Why does it have to be snakes?
Ugh, snakes. Like Nagas, I guess?
Kinda.
Not particularly nagas, maybe swarms of snakes.
I kind of lean over to Acer, and I'm like, do you think he'd have any interest in that ledger you found?
I thought
might
you
be
found
able
the
to-
ledger. I found the journal.
Well,
You found the ledger.
yeah, because the ledger is like the money thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's you.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, that's basically showing how he's doing a lot of transactions. This guy seems very connected in this city. Maybe this would be very useful information for him that we could get more stuff out of him.
Alrighty then. For Sona's ledger, what more information would you what could we get from this?
Ledger from one of the big three. For that, I will at least tell you the creatures that guard Sterling's house.
Alrighty.
So,
Please don't let it be. Please don't let it be demons. Please don't let it be demons.
More likely demons.
it's not demons. Yugoloths. Actually.
Oh, great!
So,
Oh boy.
his staff during the day are one of each of these following creatures: a Mesoloth, a Durgoloth, a Cataloth, a Hydroloth, and a Nikoloth. They are led by a Yagnoloth named Calericus. Calericus is the man who reports directly to the leadership among the Yugoloth presence in this city.
Anthraxis.
I have heard the name, but now confirmation. So Anthraxis is
Yes.
the one in charge of the Yugoloths here.
Indeed.
And also someone else that we're after.
Okay. Snaps his fingers, and this time a Dragonborn man, black Dragonborn, a scar over his left eye, and the eye is like milky white, and his right eye is glowing green, walks up to you and just holds a clawed hand out. The ledger, please.
I hand him the ledger.
Thank you. And the Dragonborn takes it up to Bull, hands it to him, and walks away.
Bull, you seem to know a lot of knowledge about ins and outs and stuff. By any chance, would you have any information on an easier way of entry to these establishments?
I can tell you where the owners sit, where they hang, where they spend their time. The establishments themselves are very well intentionally constructed to only have the front and rear entrances, specifically because Sterling did not wish to have people coming in with the bosses unawares. So unless you plan on jumping through a window, the front door is going to be the only way in. However, I can tell you where you can find these owners in each of their establishments.
That would be useful.
Indeed.
So what do you have in exchange?
What about just gold coin? The old-fashioned good stuff.
Make a persuasion check.
We need your help.
Oh, no, that's Kiln. Kiln was the one that said that.
Oh well,
Hey,
persuasion
well.
may work.
That's gonna be... it's just a straight 15 because it's a 0.
Oh, thank God. I was going to say, if you have a negative, I would cry.
What's your dump stat?
Strength.
Oh, is it actually strength? Uh-oh.
Okay. So let's see. From now on, I will simply drop a price in exchange, or what I think would be fair for the information I'm offering. So for this
Alrighty.
bit, I'm going to request 300 gold pieces.
Oh,
I don't have 300, but I will put up 250 if someone can spot the rest of the 50.
I will help out with the 50.
And I look over and I'm like, thank you for the 300 you paid me for this job, but this is pretty useful information.
So you're gonna have to stick around with us. I'll offer you more jobs then.
So, Madame Califanthe has a secret den hidden beneath the brothel. It is kind of a VIP section, but it is also a temple in a ways to Grozit, where the most debaucherous of religious rites are partaken in.
Oh dear.
Usually using the bewitched men and women that come into these establishments seeking relief. And Lorenzo has a loft that sits above the casino floor. This is the high stakes area. To get up there and to have an audience with him himself without raising suspicion, you're going to need to win a lot. And if anybody here knows anything about casinos,
Yeah,
that's
man,
all
I
this
know.
means.
Indeed.
Not unless we cheat back.
Fair enough. Of course, you could just go in guns blazing, but do expect some resistance.
That we've experienced before. Actually, something I realized before, I think we had killed the entire staff of the spa. If your information is correct, then everyone that we knew at the spa was a demon.
Disguise. You're a sharp one, kid.
There's also a statue at the garden, a divination statue. Know anything about that?
Oh, I'm aware of the scrying spell set at each of these places. It is specifically so that people who decide to go in guns blazing are quickly met by more summoned demons, and possibly some Yugoloths as well, depending on how excited Sterling gets about it.
It is-
I offer Bull 5 pieces of amethyst and ask him, do you know anything about Sterling's family?
Yes, I do. So, he has a wife and 2 children.
Oh dear lord, he made a spawn! And I look over at Ophelia, kind of worriedly.
He has a son and a daughter. And
How old are they?
The tots are probably younger than 10. They are not quite as ruthless as their father yet.
Yet.
They haven't had the chance to be taught properly.
Tell me about his wife.
You mortals are a bit slow on the uptake. But, I will say, his wife and him are not on the greatest of terms. They still live together, they still sleep in the same bed, but their marriage has gone a bit cold.
So you're telling me they're looking for a
Paisley?
stepdad?
Paisley, you're gonna seduce Sterling's wife. How would you feel about that?
Use that charisma.
Use that.
If I have to do it, oh well.
Yeah, you are quite resourceful, I suppose. So, what is there anything else you would like to know?
We still need to figure out the schedule for the vault, per se. since we can't give you the soul coin, what how much gold will we need to exchange for that?
So, I will say that the vault itself is not located in Cairns. We have searched high and low, magically and through mundane means. The vault is nearby, but magically concealed, somewhere out in the wilderness. But the schedule for his house, the guard patrol, is going to run you probably another 800. Because
I
we
see.
went through pain to get that information. And Bull points up at the wall, and you see 3 beheaded babas, which I will send you an image of what those look like. These showed up in my room in the middle of the night and tried to slit my throat. I broke them.
I see.
Why? Oh, that's why. Don't look at the stat block. That was a mistake. Let me go ahead.
No worry, no worry, no worry.
Yep. More. Delete. And that is a baba.
Thing is fucking.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent assassins with the ability to generate and merge with the shadows. Luckily, they weren't excellent enough.
Alrighty then. I dropped 400, hoping someone else can fill in the other 400.
I'm broke, sorry.
I can give 300.
Anyone else?
So just 100 left.
100 more.
Yeah, I'll spot it.
Alrighty.
Okay. So, the patrol around the outside during the day. At each of the doors, there will be one Yugoloth present. They do not hide. They do not care who sees them. Nobody here has the power or will to fight back against Sterling or to report him for dealing with or for making deals with other worldly creatures. Besides, most people here wouldn't know what a Yugoloth was if it danced naked on their nose. And Polaricus will always be in the same room as Sterling's wife, keeping an eye on her, and also receiving telepathic reports from the Yugoloths on the property. They can talk through telepathy, so keep that in mind. If one of them sees you, they will all know you're there. His wife, generally around noontime, will be in the parlor, down the lower floor, playing piano. She was a concert musician before marrying Sterling, and though she has given up her career, she wants to return to it someday, or at least has dreams. The children will likely be in their rooms napping, and I say that with the largest quotes, because children will do what they please. But that is on the second floor. Expect a guard to be in the hallway outside of the bedrooms. Otherwise, Sterling, if he is on the property at the time, will be in his study and will be watched by a high-ranking Yugoloth, probably Anthraxis himself. However, if Sterling is not on the property, his study will be unguarded, and the location of the vault will be there. The reason we haven't been able to enter the house is because the Canoloth outside is an excellent tracker and can smell better than it can see. And it has a tongue that can reach about 30 feet long and pull you out of the air if you fly. And it's covered in barbs, so have fun with that.
Ugh.
Yeah, one of my boys died that way. and the other boy who saw it happen quit the next day.
So if we were to hide our scent, it'd be hide our scent and to cloak ourselves in some way. It'd be an easier way of getting into the property.
Correct. Also, none of these Yugoloths, except for Calericus himself, are particularly intelligent. They can be fooled, except for the Hydroloth. The creature can erase and manipulate memories. So, including eating your own memories, it can eat your memories. They swam the river Styx for a long time, and they can kind of attune to its energies.
So avoid the Hydroloth at all costs. Got it.
As you can guess by its name, it will likely be near water, or at least some form of water. If not
Alrighty.
of water.
So stay away from the lakes or ponds that could be there.
Correct. So, that is the schedule. So the last thing I would like to know is, why are you all doing this? Why are you out of towners? Most of you don't even look like you're from Eisenkranz. Coming to take
When he's-
out Maximilian Sterling.
Hilton just shrugs like he doesn't even know either.
For me personally, he's the reason behind Ingendorf's ruin. I want to see him. I want to see justice from him. More so than most others, but there are others that have their own agendas here.
My information is quite different from everyone else's.
Oh, and don't think I asked this for free, by the way. And Bull actually reaches down, and you hear a crack noise as he pulls down a piece of his horn off of his head and tosses it at your feet.
Oh.
And as you look at it, it is hollow. That section. That's a husk of my horn. Treat it like a war horn, and I'll come running.
Pasley scoops it up.
Only once, though. You get one.
Got it.
Understandable.
So, go ahead and finish your story.
Well, personally for me, I've lived here practically my whole life. I may not look like it now anyway, but I lived here. And I want that motherfucker gone.
I know you. Now I know who it is. Ooh, you're the kid who was taking odd jobs up and down the slums before going to the red light district.
Yep, that's me.
You're a bit more colorful than I remember.
Trust me, I don't want to look like this. But here I am.
The journey of life is a long and winding trail for you mortals. It's almost envious, or I'm almost envious of it sometimes. But, why specifically would a death cleric want to get involved? And a outlander of some sort, he says, looking at Sophelia. Did he hurt somebody you loved?
Hurt isn't the word for it.
Yes, he is quite a bastard, isn't he?
Again, like I always say, he's the reason why I'm the only one.
Fair. Well, I suppose my people will send you on your way, unless there is anything else you... Excuse me. Unless you feel the... or anything... If there's anything else you feel the need to ask, then we can make a deal. Otherwise... tell Orog up top that his brother says hi.
What kind of deal are you thinking of?
I don't know. You tell me. Let's see. I want the Grozit presence in my city. Yes, my city. To be gone. So, you know what? You promised me that you can find a way. Oh my god, can I stop? I'm sorry.
Oh, you're doing it to me!
Sorry.
Stop!
Oh,
You
gee.
can find a way to drive the Grozit influence in the city out. Then I will make it worth your while.
Understandable. I mean, we've already done 1/3 of the job so far, so...
No, you haven't. This is coming from outside the town. Oh! Leo!
Oh, no!
No.
Leo's back.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yep, hear
Yeah.
you.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hola.
Okay.
We hear you.
Yep.
Hi. To Bull, I asked him, okay, if we some way, somehow kill Sterling, would you be taking over the town?
Not until the Grozit presence is gone. The Demon Lord would likely see this as a good deal, and whoever his liaison is on this plane is likely just going to do the proper spells to bring Sterling back.
Ugh.
Yeah, so
How do we make sure that does not happen?
it is good that
The way
we...
I'm gonna be done with Sterling, there won't be anything to bring him back.
I do know a
Shit.
way for us to get... I do know a way for us to get our... what's his name again? I keep forgetting.
Yugoloth?
Yeah, the big one. The big eagle. Yeah.
Anthraxis?
I do know a way for us to get rid of... or to keep Anthraxis from escaping. If we do
Shackles?
catch him. Shackles.
That's like another town over.
I'll
You
tell
can
you
just
guys when
teleport out of him.
No, but here's the thing. I'll tell you guys when we get out of when we get out of here.
Okay,
No, by the way, like, what are like the types of gangs around here too?
Oh yeah, good question.
Oh, the gang's in the slums. Tell them that Bull told them to back off, and they'll leave you alone.
We'll do so.
Already?
So
If they don't, they got another thing coming.
though we do have this guy who made a Knoll very angry earlier.
He did it to himself.
Yes, like I said, tell them that you're working for me, or at least
With you.
with me.
Just wave around his horn, then maybe they'll get the idea.
Don't wave my horn around. Maybe don't do that.
What about showing them the badge? Would that...
That would get the point across.
All right.
Well, that's his brother's, so I don't know.
You know what? No, it's fine. I can get you one. On the house, and he tosses 5 badges down towards you, 1 for each.
Hey.
I don't know where to put it.
Here, let's put it. I guess like tie it with your bra straps. You have a pin, Ophelia.
What was that?
You have a pin?
A pen?
A pin.
Like pin, P-I-N.
No.
Paisley, do you have a pin?
Pasley just kind of like scrummages through.
It's a
There
fashion emergency.
Here.
And I somehow get it on her bra strap.
All right.
There.
So, Sophelia, on your rather meager outfit, you now have this badge, as does the rest of the group.
Thanks.
What's the symbol? What's the meaning behind the symbolism of lyre?
So it's a favorite instrument of Orog and my father. He was a traveling lyre player, orcish man,
I knew it.
who fell in love with a few too many, if it makes sense. We're only half brothers.
Still brothers.
Still brothers. Obviously, Orog does not share the same blood that I do entirely.
That makes sense.
That's okay. Sometimes you kind of find your own family.
Aww. I give Ophelia the biggest, happiest grin, and I'm just batting my eyes at her.
Oh, don't.
And I'm like,
Don't.
Bull just looks at you.
I roll my eyes at that.
As you do that, Bull looks at you like you shit on his floor.
I mean, you want me to?
Get out.
No.
No, okay, now that's enough. Get out.
Yeah, don't squee in front of a demon.
I give a
I will
slight,
scream as much as I want, Ophelia. That's the first time we acknowledge our family.
I give a slight bow to the man, and I say thank you for your time, and thank
And
you for your
excuse
information.
my uninformed friends.
Ah, Paisley, you love us.
No problem, kid. Maybe after all this is over, you can come have a drink back here. Once this town is back under who it actually belongs to.
You know what? I wouldn't mind that.
Alright. So you guys leave. Orog closes the hatch behind you. And the bar is empty. And he says, yep, all the workers went back to their shifts, so we're pretty quiet right now. It'll kick off again around mealtime. But you're welcome to stick around if you'd like. Nobody who works for is going to stick their nose in here. It's a little too dirty for their tastes.
Okay,
Yeah.
why don't we try to clean up everything we just did? So, are we gonna go to the casino? Are we gonna go to Sterling's house? But personally, this is just my opinion, I don't think we're ready to fight a Yuga loss right now.
No,
We're
I
just
think
not
we
ready
should go to the
either.
other two establishments.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
but
Does anybody
One
know
at a time.
Does anybody know a good place where like you can buy a lot of blood,
Blood?
like a butcher?
Butcher?
I kind of look
Where
at
is
her
that
like,
from?
what?
I look at Sophia and I look a little confused. I'm like,
It's for later. Don't worry about it.
I didn't know you're religious.
There's a butchery down the road. You'll get some rough cuts here, but it's a bit gristlier than most like, but you'll get what your money's worth.
I'm not interested in the meat.
I know.
I can give you some of my blood.
Oh my god.
My dear, it might not
I'm
be
a
enough.
death cleric.
That won't be enough the way I want to use it.
Hi, Lily.
Okay.
Lily!
Hi, Lily.
Mills. So, which establishment should we go, guys?
Probably the casino first.
Yeah, casino. I think that'll be the easiest of the
Alright, who's our
Easy.
enemy in the casino? Let's try to
Everyone.
establish-
Everyone is.
Yes, I know everyone's the enemy, but our main target,
Lorenzo is the owner.
Lorenzo.
And he's gonna
We
be up
want
in a
it.
loft,
We want
so
him
we
down
need to
low.
win and get to the VIP area.
I could definitely get in with one of these, and I pull out my Spider Fang dagger.
Okay, but if we're gonna go to casino, here's the thing, guys. We're broke.
Not in particular. I mean, I may be a bit more broke than others, but I'm. both-
Kim's super
Kil-
broke
Kil
right
and I
now.
are broke.
Yeah, I'm
We're
desperate.
all super broke.
If we pull in a little bit, we should have enough to.
I feel like, okay, but just in case, I feel like one of us should not gamble, though.
I agree.
I think we should just
Something
pool it into the person who specializes the most in gambling.
Yes. I
Okay, who will
agree.
be good at gambling? I know that I'm not.
Would that be? What sort of check
Paisley?
would that be?
You or...
I've never done it, so I don't think I'd be that good.
I've got some experience gambling, but something to brag
Maybe
home about.
Paisley and you.
So essentially, mechanically, what happens is you're basically going to make a check with the gaming set. It would be dice, cards, or 3 Dragon Ante. Those are the 3 different games. And you make a check. And the other players make a check as well. And you can also...
What
make
kind of
it a-
check?
So it is a check with that particular gaming set. Kind of like how Tinker's Tools have their own check.
Mm.
So if you're proficient, you get bonuses. If you're not, you just take your just the flat roll. You can also attempt to cheat with a sleight of hand check, or you can attempt to catch your opponent's cheating with an insight check.
Okay, so who has highest insight and sleight of hands?
I got a plus
Well-
3 to sleight of hands.
Same
Yeah,
here,
no,
+3 the sleight of hand.
I've got a bit more.
Alrighty, so Pasley will
Okay,
be
who has the
our
highest insight?
highest insight. Not me. No, wait, I do. I have 6 in insight.
I got
Jeez.
7. I got 7 on insight.
Nah.
Oh,
A nun
Oh,
walks into a
um,
casino. Interesting.
what?
A nun
Start of a
walks
joke.
into a casino.
I'm gonna change my outfit.
Yeah, I don't think Battle Nun is gonna fit the aesthetic, you know?
Nope.
I could.
I
can
did
also
purchase an
deceive.
outfit.
pretty
I could
well.
use disguise self and hide your armor.
No, it's working. I did buy an outfit, so that might help.
Yeah?
All right.
Mhm.
Oh, did we take it with us, or did we leave it in Oslo?
What?
Oh no, your guys' ball outfit?
No, I bought a costume at the stables. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Alright, so you guys head towards the Gilded Mirage back in the Red Light District. And, okay, we are going to go ahead and take you over to the casino. So everybody go ahead and...
Do you
Oh,
do you mind if, while we're doing this transition, if I take a quick bio break?
Oh, yeah, no, actually, yeah. Everybody go ahead and
Yeah,
take
thank
a
you.
5-minute break, alright?
Okay, I appreciate
Yeah.
Alright.
that.
We'll come back at
Okay.
7:20 Central, and everybody should be back by then, okay?
All right, sounds good.
I
Be right back.
did.
Alright, we'll go to BRB chat. We'll be right back. we are back. So, you guys were heading over to the Gilded Mirage Casino.
Skirter back.
Oh.
What's that?
Rapid
I
fire.
just heard it too.
Yeah. Girder, you back? Man is still bioing.
He's still bioing. In his bio, he's still bioing.
Mm-hmm.
Changed my outfit, and at first I refused.
Say that again.
I did change my outfit.
You keep going out.
Can you guys hear me? Hello?
Hello? Yes, you're very clear now.
Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Meteora did change her outfit, but at first she just refused to come out before she changed.
I'm like,
Because
oh,
the
yeah. I'm
The
sure
outfit
you
is
can-
called, the costume is called Loose Fit Costume.
Also, as we get out of the slums, you can see that Pasley's demeanor has completely changed, and they're back to their usual self. They were just putting
Are
on
you-
a face.
Are you okay, Paisley? You were a little different back there.
Whoa.
Oh, don't worry, darling. I just do that whenever I'm around those folks.
Guessing bad history with them.
Oh, nothing
Know them?
bad. It's just usually when I was here in the slums, it was best to put on a brave face. So you had to act a
Slum.
lot tougher than you normally should, and than you normally are.
I see.
I just got too used to it. It's almost like a dialect for me.
Yeah. Totally.
Well, you're plenty brave, whether you pretend to be or not.
You're too kind, darling.
Alright. So you guys reach the red light district and you enter the casino, and it is quite vibrant in there. All kinds of game and chance and skill all over the place.
Oh dear.
Patrons are drawn in by the promise of wealth and the allure of risk, but beneath the glitz and glamour, you can kind of feel an undertone of almost foreboding in here. Lots of people have lost their livelihoods in here. And possibly, judging by what was going on in Zana's place, their souls.
I whispered to Paisley, if my then mother found out I came to a casino, she's going to kill me.
Well, but at least you're doing it for a righteous cause.
Mhm.
You're right.
Do it for the
Exactly.
Okay. So, as you walk in, you see three different kinds of tables. The casino itself is rather large, big open floor with different types of tables all over the place. There is a very large staircase to the, trying to map it out in my head, southeast section of the casino. This large staircase leads up to the VIP area. It is separated from the main floor by a velvet rope. Seems that Lorenzo is pretty confident that nobody's going to go up there. And everybody here is dressed relatively decently, but the dealers are dressed in black vests, white undershirts, black slacks. And they all look very similar. And I don't mean this in they're all humans or whatever. A couple of them have the same face.
That's useful.
Huh?
So I can just
Not really
change my
trying to
shape to
hide what
that.
they look like, huh?
Say, yeah, you could change your shape to that. What did you say, Max?
Not really hiding the fact that they're all the same, huh?
Nope. But at the same rate, the people playing the games seem to be too interested in their cards, their dice, or their anti-sets to be paying much attention at all. So, you will need to win one of each to be admitted access to the VIP floor. So, this is spelled out pretty much above the cash out counter that you can see at the end of the room near the stairs. There's a sign that says that you can get VIP access to on the second floor if you win at the tables once each in one day.
Oh.
One
Hey,
go, basically. Obviously, not many people make it to the second floor, but those that do get to meet Lorenzo Conti himself.
Alright, so it looks like we only have one shot at this.
And
I mean,
does it have to be one person playing that's like each different game, or can we play as a team?
So, it is all individual. The games are all individual. And there's a lot of people playing, so you're going to want to probably put your best person forward and then give them any boosts, magical influence if they need it, if you can muster it.
yo, I got you, homie.
There are...
Can we distract the opponents with charisma? Like, Paisley's pretty.
I can intimidate too from being behind one of the players.
I think we should. I think flirt might be the best way to go about it, because I'm sure there's a bunch of pretty men and women going around flirting. So
I don't flirt.
I'll join in on the flirting.
So, whoever is going to be playing the games for you will be the one doing the actual skill checks for the games. However, you guys can each influence the results in some way to give positive or negative modifiers to the person playing.
I think
Okay.
Paisley would be the best.
Maybe.
Yeah.
What would we need exactly?
insights and what else? Sleight of hands.
So, Paisley themselves can make insight checks or sleight of hand checks. So, if any of you are proficient in these checks, you can discreetly, very carefully, give advantage.
Right.
I think I got a way to help Paisley then. 'Cause my
Yep, same
insight's
here.
+7.
Or
And mine's
Yeah.
+6.
something else you can do is find ways to mess with the other players to give them disadvantage on their checks to see through Paisley's attempts to cheat.
Flirt.
I have.
Spill drinks.
Would entangle be a good idea?
That would start a fight.
My
Okay, that
invisible
would-
mage hand would be a good idea.
Oh, that could.
Yeah, and so Entangle creates a 20-foot or something square of vines that lock people
Holy
down.
shit!
So probably don't do that one.
Crap.
I
Remember that though, that you have that.
I do. I
Oh
know.
my
I haven't
God.
used it yet.
Uh-huh.
That's insane.
So would flirting be counted as a discussion?
So flirting would be likely a persuasion check of some sort. So what you could do is make a persuasion parentheses flirting check against one of the other players at the table while Paisley is playing. And if you are successful, then any attempts that they make to see through any attempts at cheating by Paisley will have disadvantage.
Wouldn't you know it? I'm proficient.
Also, I have eagle eyes.
What do your barbarian eyes see?
Okay, so let's call out all the supports we could do Paisley. So Kim, what do you have?
Or what? Sorry?
Oh wait. Don't you have that
Abilities you
love
could
potion?
use to help Oh, the love potion. Wait, no, hold on. I was gonna see. Maybe you could use sleight of hands to give that to drink to the opponents, but that might be a little. It might get in the way because if they fall in love with Paisley or something, they might try to follow Paisley.
Right, but it doesn't have to be toward Paisley. Like if they get to see someone else, they'll be distracted that way.
And which is the case. In that case, if you manage to get somebody to completely leave the table, you eliminate one of the competitors that Paisley is trying to deal with.
Good idea. Okay, so we got love potions. We got so you can help him with Mage Hand, right? So Mage Hand and.
But what if they can see, like, with True Sight?
I could use a loot and I could use my loot and do like a little thing in the casino, like a little performance.
Do you have high performance?
No.
Okay, that actually might work because if it's loud and annoying, then people might get.
But I am proficient in my loot.
Leah has Eagle Eye, right? Leah?
Sophelia has the ability to see up to a mile with complete detail.
Sorry, I couldn't tell if she was talking to me or not.
Oh, she can. Okay.
Yeah, you're breaking up real bad for me.
Aw, no, Sophie.
You sound fine. You sound fine on my end, though.
It might just be our internet.
Okay, so that's.
You are cutting in and out
Why?
a little hard now, yeah.
I have. Right. Oh. Okay, we need to figure out a position where we're gonna be at.
That's better. So, if you guys want to blindfold really quick, I can actually pull up the casino map.
I pull up blindfold. A button is.
It's the B key.
B.
Alright, and so
I was gonna say I'm proficient in intimidation.
I bet you are.
Yeah, I think, okay, so yeah, the best way I think we could do about this, since I'm inside and you got eagle eyes, we're gonna pretend to be Paisley's groupies. We're gonna sit next to him real close, and if we see something, we could just whisper into his ears. Make it look like we're flirting.
Make it what? You're breaking up so bad.
This is like a high class establishment, right?
yes.
Would the high rollers bring bodyguards? Like their own?
Probably.
So I can be a bodyguard that stands around with him. And then I can also be using my mage hand to fuck with him. And then...
Wait a minute.
Wait, does that mean I need to wear something different too?
Sophie, the way you're dressed is very distracting. I think you're perfect the way you are.
Yeah, honestly, you'll fit in great in a casino.
Alright, you guys can go ahead and remove your blindfolds.
Okay. Oh.
So, this shadowed area with the dotted line here is what is beneath the loft. That's the loft up there.
Alrighty.
So there is a stage here. There is a musician already there. There's a bar here. That is also the cash out counter. And there are the card tables, the dice tables. I know those look like pool tables. They're dice tables. And then three dragon ante over here.
Before when I first joined you, how did you do that? You had like a telepathic link between each other or something like that? Like you had like something you communicate over long distances?
Oh, the sending stones.
Because she could sit like at the bar using like her sight to read people, and then she could literally just send that information to him.
The sending stone is very loud.
Oh, okay. I thought it was telepathic. Sorry.
It literally works like a walkie-talkie word, essentially.
Okay. Never mind then.
What we could also do is again just
Plus,
an
there's
idea.
someone else listening in as well.
Acer could transform into a genasi just like kill him. Be like bodyguard.
I can transform into a genasi.
Leo, I don't know what is up.
Yeah, you're cutting off like every other sentence.
Mhm.
Oh, I haven't even heard her. I thought she was just being quiet.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Hello, hello.
Oh.
Hi.
Oh, that's better. Okay, I heard her there.
Barely.
Barely.
Oh. Ah.
you can try send.
But that didn't sound good either.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're having internet issues at the moment, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we live within like a couple minutes of one another, so
We probably have the same crappy ISP.
Oh, God. We all go down together.
Yeah. But yes, this is the Gilded Mirage. This is the doors you guys came in through. There is a back door over there. These are the stairs that lead up to the loft. And these are just other buildings nearby.
For Acer and
I cannot.
I couldn't hear.
Repeat.
Question to Acer and
Question to Acer and Kiln.
That's all we're getting. Yeah.
want to move around individually, or do you guys want to pretend to be Paislay's bodyguard?
That's a good question.
We're gonna have to go to BRB until we can get this audio thing figured out.
Yeah.
Sorry, chat. We'll be back.
Saying.
Oh, that works.
Kinda. So chat, we are going to go ahead and probably call it early tonight. Sorry, I know, but we're having some serious technical issues right now, so we're gonna try again next week.
Aww.
I know, Leo. I know. I'm sorry.
Aww.
But
I'm sorry, Leo.
I'm just gonna do a quick closeout, so you can find all these fine folks at the following channels. So, for Acer, you can find Max at Maxwell Sunstrider on Twitch. For Pasley, you can find Gold at Gold Double on Twitch. For Sophelia and Kiln, they are more private folks, so they probably don't wish to be contacted. And Leo can be found at Agileo101 on Twitter. And I can be generally found here. I'm going to be continuing gaming probably at some point, but I think I'm going to be taking a break from streaming, at least until I can get some art done and maybe get some higher quality equipment if I can afford it. But yeah, we'll go ahead and close out, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.